Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Making sure we're recording. We are recording. And that's a good thing. Alright, so... let's see if I remember what we're doing. Ah yes. Last time we went through and couldn't go that way. So we went through this way, uphill, climb this keep, which we do need to go back to for shards. And then had to do some operations, be able to get to some places. But yeah, now we're clearing out this area. And then, all the stuff south. I also want to check out, on mouse, this area. Anyway. Oh, I probably shouldn't have taken that. That's the most useless crap we have in our inventory.
They're keeping giants as slaves. Have I actually stumbled into a terrible chantry morality play? Because there's obviously no way that could go horribly wrong.
John. Apparently we somehow launched the giant. Look at all that useless shit. Oh no, Gloria. Gloria, why are you taking so much damage? Gloria, why are you letting the park murder you? You probably shouldn't be letting it do that. Oh, fucking keyboard. Oh yeah, I'm just going to, you know, go all the way up your laptop. All the way up. Because I use a USB keyboard because, well, laptop keyboards are, in my opinion, the worst. Because I've had to replace like 3 of them. Because the problem though is they're not really built for gaming. Now you need a good solid mechanical keyboard for gaming. Something that could take a, you know, a beating. Something that could basically survive, you know, you using WASD for hours upon hours. Yeah, laptop keyboard, no, WASD, those will burn out rapidly. And then the keys will stop working and then you have to replace it. Again and again and again. Also, another problem why I ain't using it is my computer, it's a laptop, it also feels hot as fuck touching the surface of it too, which is a bit concerning, you know? Just a bit. I need to look up something real quick, just cause. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say. There's that path there, right? But yeah, there's also this path here, which should lead to another gate. See the gate over there, which we should probably open. Ancient Adventure. It was a place. Yay, more of those pieces. Oh hey, look, another fucking giant. Just cause. I really don't want to go spin the way. Yeah, who knows where the giant will even end up if I do that. But yeah, boy, they'll full of loot. And none of it really that great. And they should open this door. Yay. Shortcuts. Okay, sure, that made perfect sense. Yeah, perfect sense. Okay, it just heads there again. Okay, so we were just here, and then hey, by the way, more dudes. Is this road any of that still good? Probably not. But at the same time, we're out here in the middle of a fucking desert. I would take as much fruit as we could. A, to prevent scurvy. Well, yeah. And B, because, you know. Fruit juice is still liquid. Might not be water, but it's still liquid. Dot dot dot. Oh, hi guys.
To arms!
Oop. Okay, might as well go explore up in here. If possible, that is. If possible.
Worth a look around, right?
I don't know if I can keep. Well, apparently I can. Up high.
On your feet!
Ow, dick waffle. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Okay, we have a whole bunch of chests and stuff down there, and claim this. Scripture reminds one of the centuries. Last step of civilization before the abyss. Wait, wait. I think it has to be underneath us. We probably deal with this guy. He's like trying to turn his shit. Oh, he has a name. He's important. He gets a name. So we try to turn him very towards that.
You should carve. The Inquisition was here on his butt.
Okay, guys, calm down. But still, what's up?
Still breathing. He's resilient, I'll give him that.
Also, surprisingly organized. Where did the Venatori find him, I wonder?
Let's take him in so we can do judgment.
Have some of the troops bring him in. I'll deal with him back at Skyhold.
So slightly disappointed. Well, that's a... Oh no, she's disappointed. Yeah, I swear, we just don't get along that well in terms of approval. The fuck. Apparently just a vibe.
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
I have choice words for that game, and you know that. Oh, I want to be there for that. Blackwall, no, I can't take you everywhere. Not this playthrough. Okay, well this should be obvious what we need to do. Yay, Dorian. Dorian's got a Dorian. Woo. Hate the vampire. Yay, we have vampire. Now we go back. Hey, look, the wall. We now know superb cross rune. Yay. Felt like we already knew that, but yay. Okay, what we got, William? We got some complex looking fucking shape. Okay then. Let's see what we can do. Well, this one sort of sucks. We go there, we can't do anything. We go over here. Then has to go back uphill. And then we're fucked because we can't go anywhere from there. Cool. Try from this one. But then it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, this is, I hate this shit. Yeah. Sure, that's what it is. Okay, so that means we're over there, yeah? Sure, that's not exactly where I figured it would go, but eh. Okay, we have, you know, Rift and that other shit to go to. I see you guys have your boxes.
It's one of the mages Cassandra is after.
Is it? That was a lot. Okay.
One less problem for Cassandra to worry about.
Did you just murder Door? You fuckers. You said you're able to just do that. I was really Cassandra who wanted to be here. Yeah, it's like everyone with their side quest, but I can't take everyone. At least it isn't bad as like, okay. One of my biggest issues with some games, like, let's say the old Baldur's Gate system, is the fact that, okay, you have all these potential companions, but at the same time, the fact that you can make your own companions is a lot more appealing than, you know, taking companions with their own personal stories and quests And then the problem though is, yeah, there's a whole bunch more that you could also take, but at the same time I don't. Same rule applies to, like, you know, most RPGs. Like, this right here is possible to do everyone's quest because, you know, you could switch people out and they're not required to be with you on their quest for the most part. For the most part. Some of them are required on specific quests, but for the most part, everyone's just, you know, they exist. But you don't need to take them. But then you get to the other RPGs, like Boats of Pillars of Eternity, where it's like, we entertained, what was his name? Editor, and forgot the elf's name. Something that started with an A. But yeah, we did their quest, but there was like so many other potential companions. But at the same time, I just want to take my own personal companions. Because, you know, they seem more like, that's the problem with basically you want to have, you know, your own personal party, but games are designed for, you know, you could do it that way, but at the same time it's like you should take these potential ones with actual story and stuff right behind them so you could do their quests and stuff. And thus we miss a lot of content because we don't do that shit. So much missed content. Like how doing like ESO, it's like, oh well, there are always companions without stuff, but hey, at least those things were simple. Like, yeah, 3 quests and whoop, they're done. And it's just choice on who you want to bring. I prefer having choice on who I want to bring rather than, well, quest here, quest there, quest everywhere. Open the door. Like, yeah, for example, Mass Effect. Mass Effect, you have, like, you can take all these people. 90% of the time, you're not going to use most of their missions, but then they have, you know, their missions. And it's like, oh, well, we'll just go do that. It's very short. Boop. And now we don't have to worry about it. Now they can sit on the ship and, you know, run out of dialogue, and we won't actually need to do anything with them afterwards. I think I need to go up this way and over. More mages. Yeah. That's where Dorian's starting to disappoint me with his use of barrier, but it not actually covering us. No decent examples like Divinity Original Sin 2, because that one there is a really good example of how to make a complicated system that I don't really like, but yet I like. Because there's a reason why I've gone the Red Prince X amount of times in Divinity Original Sin 2, because the way the system works is each character has their own you know, quest and systems. Each quest and dialogue and everything through the entire game. But yet there's also the option to create your own custom character. But yet everyone has their own quests and stuff. So it's like, I think the first time I played I did create a custom character, but it's like, every other playthrough was, yeah, I think I rose the Red Prince because I like his thing better than most others. But I'm limited on customization because, you know, Red Prince. Like, Larian's system of doing that is complicated because basically it forces you from, you know, you're making your own unique character to, here's an origin character that you can't really do that much with, but yet has more content potentially than a custom character. It's weird like that. The same thing technically for Baldur's Gate 3 is. Yeah, I make custom characters in Baldur's Gate 3, but yeah, it still plays with the whole Larian system where it's like, you probably get more mileage out doing one of the origin characters and doing their stuff compared to a custom character. But the problem is then their origin characters, though, you're sort of stuck with, well, no, you're not exactly stuck with class. You can still reroll, but yeah, it's just, you can't really customize them either. It's basically trading off, hey, do you want to do content? Versus, hey, do you want your own story? It's mitzvahs. Like, I'll get Bioware that, but they at least don't have to worry about that shit anymore. I really should just like an iron bozo tank everything, because we keep running into the situation where I get hit first and then I'm almost dead because Dory doesn't put a barrier on me. And I have to go all the fucking way. Oh god. Back over there too. Yay. Oh goody, over there too. Yay, fucking shards. What is this, a quarry? Okay, we should have enough quarries and logging sites now. I mean, this one had, let's see, one, I don't even see them on the map after I claim them. Several though. What we got? I don't know why, it's because I brought that up, is just think about it. Well, I just like the whole system in here where it's like for example, Blackwall's thing. I will life up in now. Like, yeah, he's one of those companions that I don't really bring, I should bring, but the fact is, you know, we can only have 3 people, and yeah. Then thinking forward, it's like, oh yeah, Veilguard, I can only bring 2 people. It's like, oh shit, who the fuck am I going to bring? I think I have ideas, but it's like, then there's potential other, well, to be fair, potential other quests are usually isolated into their own areas. And simple enough to just, oh, well, I'll just take them for this quest and be done with it. It's not like the overall... Well, I guess there is, you know, missed banter chances. So much missed banter chances. It's not like the old days where it's like, well, you know, you should bring this character with you because, you know, you'll be getting approval and other shit, and who knows. And who knows. You might run into other quests and things that they'll have says about and all that, and I think I'm just overthinking things a bit. Okay, we're still missing so many shards here. Oh, I can't believe I made that jump. Okay. Which part is it up on? I can't tell. I think it's up there somewhere. Yes. Okay, now I need to go all the... Apparently I didn't discover that. I have to go all the way back up there. Yay. Whee. So, what did I not discover here? The last step. Okay, I feel like that should be a thing. Ah, well. Okay, so it's out 14. Right, there's also shards over here. Yay, shards. One thing I do admit feelings about. Hey, I went back to Guild Wars 2. Story stuff.
I heard Benar's company saying they ran into Darkspawn on patrol.
Kara told me.
At the same time, I would like Guild Wars 1's hero system. How I would like ESO's companion system, honestly. Or hell, Star Wars: The Republic's companion system.
You don't think this place is haunted, do you? What with mages and all?
Like, I wouldn't mind Star Wars: The Republic or ESO's companion system. Because those were systems that worked. Well, no, it doesn't really work with how Guild Wars 2 works, and that's both a good thing and, in my opinion, a bad thing. Because Guild Wars 2 suffers from the whole... It's more of a skill-based RPG. And by that I mean, you know, not a guild-based one. Like, you know, World of Warcraft is obviously a guild-based one. ESO? I'm not entirely sure where I would put ESO, because ESO, I reached the point where I just, like, I'm, like, stupidly overpowered, it feels like, in ESO. But it's like, I could, but, yeah, you know, you can get more CP and become become even more stupidly powerful. More champion points. And then there was the fact that how I could get raid gear and become even more. But it's like how you almost don't need it. Unless I, like, the only reason I would need that is for, like, doing raids. And otherwise, I really don't need that stuff. I don't know why we're targeting you. Yet, none of them are attacking you. We're just stuck in combat because... yeah. Which I was Ranger can't fast travel. Oh no, we're in combat with that. Ah! You guys are letting it get away. We're gonna be stuck in combat all day because you're letting it get away. But yeah, doing Guild Wars 2 story. The major problem with Guild Wars 2 is the fact that, okay, MMORPG. Basically, it's designed so you shouldn't really be able to solo some very hard things. Unless you have people. And thankfully, there's usually people around when you need to solo, when you need to deal with very hard things. Usually. And then comes the part where basically, yeah, you can solo these things, but you need specific builds, specific equipment, specific everything to actually be able to solo champions and everything. Which, you know, it would help if you had a companion system, you know? But the way, you know, the game works is they want you to be, you know, relying on other people and stuff. That's why meta events are, you know, like 50 to 100 players doing the same thing you're doing. And honestly, if you added X amount of heroes, it would get even more complicated. Like, they would just get in the way, like. But in my opinion, ESO did a decent system with it. Well, technically, yes, you could have companions, but, like, for example, if you like doing instant stuff, it would, like, for example, dungeons. And it's like, oh, well, you need actual more people. It would replace your companion with the other person that's getting invited to the group. So you would still fill the role. And if, you know, you don't have a person, well, you could put a companion there. It's like companions would work well for instance content. That's the problem Guild Wars 2 has, in my opinion. Is instance content is, you know, they're expecting you to be able to solo that shit. The problem, though, is a lot of builds don't really work that well solo, in my opinion. Especially, for example, if you're going Power Berserker. That guild does not keep you alive at all. It makes you entirely too squishy. And for a lot of the story stuff, it's like, well, you're expected to be able to handle that on your own. A lot of the story stuff later on, like Heart of Thorns and stuff, yeah, you're just gonna keep dying over and over because, well, you're squishy, and let's face it, you don't have anyone there to help you. It's dumb. And the way they try doing things is, like, for example, the B team. It's like, though NPCs are literally the worst I've ever seen as like a support thing. Like, I wouldn't consider them companions at all, because basically, like, for example, you're doing a story section, and, like, okay, they're programmed to have not nearly enough damage to be able to, you know, fight anything on their own. They will slowly chip away at things, though, and most of them won't go down, at least. So they will slowly chip away at something's health bar. But, like, you could have an entire group of them and they would still slowly chip away at. Because they're not really designed for, you know, to be doing most of the combat. Which is dumb. You expect, you know, your story NPCs to actually be able to help you instead of just existing, and that's all they are there for, is existing. Sometimes they will maybe revive you though if you go down. Sometimes. Or sometimes they'll get confused and not do anything. And then yeah. It's like, it could be so much better if you had actual proper... I'll just have a companion to join me and help with the thing. Like, you know, have a companion to heal you. But no, remember, Guild Wars 2 want to get rid of the holy trinity of tanking and healing. But yet they have, you know, they have tanking and healing in a way. So it's almost like, because yeah, they have classes that can potentially heal. So it doesn't make sense for them to get rid of tanking and healing. Like ESR is a system where basically anyone could be a tank, anyone could be a healer. Any class. It's pretty great. Could be a one-man army. But yeah, you can also have a companion that also potentially helps. And does stuff. It's not like Star Wars The Republic. Star Wars The Republic sort of broke things when they had, you know, okay, you can have a companion just heal you, and you could just solo most of the content because they can heal you that well. That and Star Wars The Republic went the opposite way and made everything, you know, more solo friendly. Like, what's that? This is a group quest? Well, we need to make it so the player can solo this group quest. With just a, you know, just a companion healer. That'd be perfectly fine.
You first, then I'll avenge you.
I don't know. It's just going through the Guild Wars 2 story again. It's just like, yeah, some classes definitely feel easier than others. Others, it's like, this. I'm just dying over and over, and it's like, just because my companions in the stories don't do jack shit, and it makes me disappointed. Like, I shouldn't be disappointed, but it's like, yeah, okay, thanks for doing nothing to help. And I think that's a major problem, though, is the internet doesn't see these problems. So they think, you know, they see everything in the whole group aspect, where, you know, everyone's doing the metas and everything together, which makes sense. They haven't realized that every time they add new story content, they forget about the fact that, oh, wait, we're adding more story content, which means it's technically soloable things. And so it should be a bounce level that, you know, is soloable for every class, and not just some classes. Because instead it's more like, okay, whoop, you died, well, slowly chip away at this boss, get back up, slowly chip away at this boss, yay, we won. Like, it's one of those things where you'll get there eventually, but you're probably going to go down quite a few times. Because you're not wearing the proper gear for story compared to open world. What do we got here? Super Pirate. So wait, didn't we get like a Master Spirit Rune compared to Super Pirate? We didn't get a Lightning one. Okay, yay stuff though. And everything's like, why are you talking about Guild Wars 2 and all these other RPGs? I'm just trying to make dialogue while we're exploring this fucking wasteland. Cause holy shit. Deserts. I hate deserts. Cause yeah, there's nothing to look at but sand for fucking miles. Now we'll come back to that one. That one's important. Well, let's go find more shards to go collect. Woo. Yeah, Star Wars: The Republic used to have a decent system. But yeah, it wasn't exactly best. Like, okay, you had your, when it originally came out, you had your companions that you unlocked. The problem though is, let's be fair, if you're a DPS, your major main companion's gonna be probably heals. And that locks you out of a lot of, you know, personal taste, because, for example, as a Sith Warrior, that would be, what's his name, Quinn. Because Quinn's your first hero, and you get him second planet. But some of them didn't get their hero until much later, which, that's a problem. That's a gameplay problem. Well, you don't get your hero at the start, well, you're going to be suffering until you get your hero or your DPS. If you're tank, well, you should be able to hopefully survive at least long enough. As long as you're not doing too hard a content. Why am I over here? So, well, it's sort of a good thing, but yeah, it's also a weird thing if you think about it. So, you have a built-in system where basically each companion has their own specific role, like melee tank, range tank, melee DPS, range DPS, and then healer. And it works, right? The problem though is as the game goes on, you realize that, hey, maybe we should let people have, you know, an actual choice. Like, have their favorite companion be any of these roles, you know. Tanking, healing, DPS. They could be any of these roles. Though, 90% of the time, well, they're just going to end up being healer, because that just makes it so you can, you know, do the majority of the game without any problems, because, you know, you have someone to heal you, just in case you run into problems. Simple. Yeah, so as a system will basically, okay, so long as you equip them with the right skills, they could be healers, they could be tank, they could be DPS. The problem though is, they're also not the best at that. They're not the best hero, they're not the best tank. They're, like, yeah, they also don't have the proper AI coordinating to be able to process that. Like, for example, there was an AoE effect and now there was a fire. They don't have the proper processing to be like, oh, I should not stand in fire. So it's like they help, but yet they're not the best at the same time. And because it's like weird. I think, yeah, it'd honestly be better if my companion in ESO could properly fully heal. But they're not, you know, Star Wars: The Republic super healing good. They're not tanking good. Like, they can sometimes draw aggro by keeping aggro. Yeah, no. But my whole point is, so yeah, those systems work for those games. Especially, I think ESO has probably a proper balance where companions are just sort of there. Like, for the most part, you don't actually even need them. They add a bit more, flavor, and they help to an extent. But at least they help. The problem about Guild Wars 2 is, yeah, you have NPCs in the story, but they don't help at all. Like, they do no damage, practically. They don't heal you. They don't help you, really. It's just, they exist just to be there for the story, and that's all they exist for. Otherwise, they're practically useless. And it's frustrating. Especially when you're doing something and, oh, well, I went down, and they're just still attacking, and, they're still attacking. It's going to take them maybe 15 minutes to kill one target. It's like, oh, I should probably revive just so I can get this done faster. Because they're not going to be able to do jack shit on their own. Here one more. Here are the second battle forward pass. Yay. Oh, time. Well, look at shards. Hey, look. Shard. 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 Hi.
Kill the damn warrior!
Did you hurt me despite me having barriers? Concern. Alright, now I need to go get shards, and then I need to go back down this way, then I need to go over the hell. I would just say it's the unfortunate thing about Guild Wars 2 is it suffers from the whole, it's a skill-based MMORPG. Well, basically, it depends on your own personal skill. But yet, then also at the same time, it also depends on your guild. Like, it doesn't want to be a guild-based RPG, but let's face it. Either you're wearing guild for, being able to potentially survive things, or you're wearing guild to do damage. It's not exactly middle ground, though. Like, you think Celestial Guild with, like, all the stats would, be middle ground. No, that's your survive everything, practically guild. My problem is it works better for Condi stuff, and not power stuff. And then I have to listen to some of my friends just constantly bring up builds. Like, well, you should be doing it this way with these skills and these traits. Oh, so here's a video showing you how much damage output this can do. Oh, so here's another video. It's like, no, I don't need videos telling me what I'm doing wrong. I don't fucking care. How do I get uphill? How do you like that? no shard. Ah, I got all the fucking way back now. What do you have? Don't drink the wine again, you're fired. Okay. Also, another thing, Guild Wars 2 story, by the way, sucks. Going back over it, God, it's like, we could complain about Bioware's writing, but holy fuckery internet's writing. There were so many plot holes and issues with some of the story. Like, okay. So, for example, let's say there was this quest. Well, oh no, there was a carnival kidnapping children, right? And for example, we find evidence pointing towards what's going on, but can we go question the NPCs involved? No. You just have to move on to the next story step. But there's clearly NPCs that I should be able to go, you know, question about what's going on. But no, instead the NPCs are not, they don't have anything further written for them. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, because the NPCs, basically, they have like their story stuff, right? And then their initial, you went and talked to them dialogue. The problem though is, okay, you did the story steps. They still, when you go talk to them, they have their initial, this is what's written for them dialogue. It's like, but I want to question them. Nope, can't do that. That's dumb. Yeah, that happened quite a few times. Then, for example, okay, there's a sus guy who has undead following him. Yeah, he can walk right into one of the major cities. Right into the palace. And then, oh no, those undead protect the queen. Just... like, that's just dumb. Like, from a writing perspective, it's like, okay, how exactly does you know, the sus dude walk all the way into one of the major cities and into the palace with no one stopping him, and then, oh well, now he has undead with him? Like, what the fuck? That's dumb. There's just a lot of dumb. And to be fair, I used to like the whole, you know, 1 through 30, I guess, parts of the story. Well, you know, Origins. Because I like Origins. I mentioned that several times with Star Wars The Republic. Like, the whole 1 through 50 thing was my favorite part about Star Wars The Republic. Just the stories, because you had, you know, 8 different stories, each with light and dark choices, or 16 different stories. That's a good thing. Then you went to, you know, the Revan thing, and everyone's story became condensed into mainstream gibberish. That's not a good thing. Then you went to Knights of the Daddy issues. And that's, yeah, you went this whole story perspective. But the problem though is you put everyone in the same story into a whole mainstream story, and yeah, it loses appeal when you do that. Because your whole great thing was you had all these different stories. When you put them all into one, it's no longer as fun for me. Like, I don't like the mainstream generic RPG plot. Like, it works, but you don't just change from, you know, origins and choices into here's your single plot line. That's dumb. Like, it's one of the major points of why Guild Wars 2 story isn't great, in my opinion. Is you start off with choices, right? But yeah, you start off with your choices. You know, when you make your first character, there's like all these choices you make, like that affect your initial quest, which is a good thing. It's a really nice thing. It's decently thought out, except for some of the writing, which I brought up with, you know, the circus thing and other things, where the writing just isn't great. But the idea is decent, is my point. But then, once you get past 30, and you go into the 40 things with the whole, now you need to join an order. You know, Vigil, Priory, Order Whispers. Now, 90% of the time, I would choose Order Whispers because Tybalt, but yeah. Either way, you do those, you get quests. You get some choices, but at the same time, it just sort of, it's basically going from like all these things down to, and now you have these. So that's sort of the falling off point. Also, I want to bring up another fact that, okay, so basically, the game sort of rushes you through those sections, like, okay, you did this, boop, now you move on to this, boop, did that, boop. Once you get towards the late game, it slows down so much more. But yeah, so you do your orders thing, and then you join the pact. That's where the story just falls flat. Like, dry flat. Because, okay, so your order no longer fucking matters. It's no longer going to matter for the entire rest of the game, practically. Because, you know, now all the orders don't matter because they're all part of the pact. So then you run into the problem, well, basically, oh, we're part of the pact now. Yay. So, by the way, since we were part of an order, we can't be in charge of it. So, here's Traherne. And it becomes Traherne's story. And Traherne's story is all about, hey, I can't make decisions on my own. So, I need you, Commander, to go do things for me. By the way, here's more choices. But these choices also matter on certain other factors that you choose that you don't realize that you chose. That lead into other things. And then the thing is, once you reach the 7 and 8 parts, it slows down a lot. Like, you're gonna be ducking or doing those things for a while longer than, like, compared to when you're going through your order, where it's like, well, here's, you meet your person that you work with, you do a field quest, then you go and help, like, this other race deal with their problems and why they should be fighting the dragon and helping your order, and then boop, you're basically done. Whereas or is just, okay, so we need to do this thing, and we need to do that thing, and we need to do more things here and more things here before we even get to Zaytan. At any point it's like, well, slowly this way, that way, this. Like, it just, it's an unnecessary build-up. Especially when you consider the fact that Guild Wars 2's main story is entirely focused around Zaytan. To a point where it made Zaytan seem like he's just so much better than all the other dragons combined. Because he just has such a build-up. And then you get to the final mission and it's just, oh, by the way, pew pew. Well, we won. Dragon's dead. We just pew pewed him. Compared to, and then we do all the other, you know, expansions and stuff, and those stories are just this area, that area, this area, that area, whoop, and then it's done. Because most maps are made up of, you know, 4 maps usually. Except for Pathfinder, which was 5, but yeah. My point being, yeah, the story is just badly written, and then doesn't have a proper flow. Definitely does have a proper flow. Especially when you consider that after the whole Season of Dragon stuff ended, like, our internet didn't know what the fuck they were doing, in my opinion. Like, okay, we don't want it to be involved with the dragons anymore. So let's go fight demons in hell, basically. It's like, what? But that's dumb. Okay, now let's go fight Titans from, you know, Guild Wars 1 and Mersat Ghost. That's dumb. Like, how do you go from... How do you one-up yourself when you basically... Okay, you're going from dragons to demons. And then you're going from demons to just Mersat Ghost. Just Ghost. Like, yeah, your appeal just went down. Like, other games use this whole thing called, like, ESO, for example, zone. Each zone has its own story, right? So it's basically like a whole bunch of sub-stories that are connected, but yet not connected. All separate, but yet also connected in a way. And that works a lot better than Guild Wars 2's bullshit. Because that way, it doesn't feel like it's all just following one after another. There's no real, you know, build-up to disappointment. It's all hit or miss. It's like, well, this one is better than that one. But it's its own thing. Whereas Guild Wars 2 is like, well, this here's the next big thing afterwards. And the problem, though, is it's not as good as the previous content. And the previous content wasn't even that good to begin with. Especially when you go from, you know, here's your origin stories, to, okay, here's your faction story, down to here's your herd story, down to, well, here's the mainstream story that's gonna be for the rest of the game. It's like, yeah, you lose interest from me when you go from, you know, origin stuff to not origin stuff. For example, Dragon Age Origins. The best part about Dragon Age Origins is the beginning sections. Cause, you know, that's for your origin stories. The problem though is then you reach, you know, Ostagar and it becomes everyone's thing. The only saving grace about that Bioware has is they actually put in points where your race matters. Which is cool, you know? Like sometimes we gotta make a dwarven choice. Sometimes a mage choice. Sometimes stuff like that. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough this fucking video. It's just, you know, we have a fucking desert and nothing to really do. Point A to point B. Like, our companions aren't even bantering the majority of the time either. Like, it's just, we're going through sand to more sand, and I'm trying to stay awake, but I don't like deserts. Deserts just, yeah, they do nothing for me. Like tattooing stores of the old Republic. It's dull as shit. Ah. But let's face it, snow and ice is just white desert. Snow desert. The problem with Hoth, though, was it's more just painful on my eyes for X amount of time because it's not just white. It's the bluish white that bothers my eyes. But yeah, sand. Followed by more sand. My part of it dates back to Diablo 2 with the Desert Veil. And that just being a slog. Then you go to like the jungle section after that, and that's also a slog. But you know, everyone likes Diablo 2 because, yeah, the whole building up of your skills and becoming more powerful, and then going back to on a harder difficulty. I never liked that. Like, okay. Because there was a slog going through it the first time. I never wanted to go back a second or third time. Like Diablo 3 had, in my opinion, like, I did not like the story. The story was meh. Even though we did do the story, remember? We did record that. That was a thing. The story's very mid. But the best thing about Diablo 3 was when they added adventure mode, and it was just like, okay, well, we can go boop boop boop, boop 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 boop, from area to area, just gaining experience and doing things without giving a shit about the story. Yeah. That actually made Diablo fun. When you didn't have to, you know, do the story slowly and getting geared slowly and leveling up slowly. We could just, you know, speed through everything and, you know, do some bounties, do some rifts, and be basically match level by the end of the day, practically. And then, you know, keep going and stuff.
I'm glad you made it,
Warden's high.
I fear they've already started the ritual.
Yeah, too many
Not
coming
magic,
now.
I'd wager. You can smell it. Or see the corpses. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Apparently we're Hill. I actually meant to go other places first, but oh well.
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice.
Hello, more demon.
Good. Now bind it just as I showed you.
That does not make sense, by the way. That should be like a feral demon or something. Because he was afraid more than angry.
Inquisitor! What an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
It looks like you've already done some of my work for me.
What, him? We simply needed his blood. Oh, were you hoping to garner sympathy? Maybe make the Wardens feel a bit of remorse? Wardens, hands up! Hands down.
Corypheus has taken their minds.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even to Winter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
That's dumb. That's pretty dumb, but yeah, I mean, okay. Okay, I want you to process. At this point in the game, there's only like 2 old gods remaining. Now then, think about that. Okay, think about this from a Veilguard perspective. Technically, this isn't the worst idea. It is dumb, but it isn't the worst idea. Because here's the thing, if they could actually find where the old gods are, which, you know, the Grey Warden should have maybe those locations mapped, who knows. But if they could take out, you know, those old gods before they wake, that would, you know, wouldn't that advance Solus's plan? Because that would basically make it so, you know, I forgot the elven gods' names. Evano and Hala Lady. Would basically make it so, you know, they no longer have their archdemons, their old gods in play. Which means they'll be weak enough, and then over time they will basically, you know, die off. Like, apparently, yeah. If you think about it, all the other elven gods, why they weren't around is because their archdemons already perished. Like, that's why you don't have arts and crafts god, or homestead god, or whatever the other elven gods were in Veilguard, because, you know, technically they're already perished, or don't have, you know, a sustainable connection, because they don't have, you know, their life insurance policy in their old god left. So technically, if they went and built this demon army and actually got rid of the old gods, that would weaken the elven gods before they even could return, and that would mean, yeah, that would prevent us from having a Veilguard problem, because we wouldn't have to deal with that shit.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. I was shown that back at the Seeker Fortress.
And now you know how it begins. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
See, well, now you no longer have noble intentions. See, having your demon army go and defeat the old gods, and, you know, that basically prevents us from having a blight ever again, potentially. Which is a good thing. That also means the old gods can't really return, which is a good thing. But then you get over, you know, then you get into this whole part here where, you know, conquering the rest of Thedas. That's less good. Just saying, less good.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual.
Made them? No! Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator.
Then shouldn't that be fair demons?
And they were very afraid.
There should be fair demons.
You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
Oh, so where's the first warden in all this?
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A
'Cause they're
blight
archdemons.
happens when darkspawn find
Exactly.
an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, woof,
See, that's
no more
actually
blights
not.
ever. The Wardens sacrificed their
That's
lives
not a
and
bad
saved
idea,
the world.
honestly. The more you
Although I
think
fear
about
history will remember them a little differently now.
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders.
I'm sure so.
They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Olay. Now they are bound to my master.
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
No, Livius, you're the tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his god kings
Well, there you
here
go.
in the world.
Power and all that.
Release the Wardens from the binding and surrender. I won't ask twice.
No, you won't. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you, in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade.
Grr.
When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah!
Well, we should probably deal with this fucker now.
Kill
Nope,
them!
he's just gonna hobble away. That's a bit power bondage. I don't
So,
trust this Richard Clever is talking
that
about.
went
Are you sure
well.
it's safe? Have you ever
You were correct. Through
Stop.
their ritual, the mages are slaves to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Oh, of course. It's not real blood magic until someone gets sacrificed.
Eremon's lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawk. But they had their reasons.
Exactly.
All blood mages do.
Oh god,
Everyone
we're
has a
gonna do
story
this
they tell
shit.
themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
Bad decisions for good
I believe I
reasons.
know where the Wardens are, Your Worship. Erimond fled in that direction. There's an abandoned Warden fortress that way. Adamant.
Hey, remember the Adamant Fortress that we've heard about several times?
I guess they didn't want to summon a demon army out in public.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Okay. But I like how they just chug a potion in sync. By the way, bottom of finished water and a Griffin Wing Owl. I like how they're technically still with my party right now. But yeah, I actually didn't mean to come over hill. Oh well. Retro Tower may depend on such structures that are the wastelands. Oh, we even have a plaque hill. But yeah, it's a noble intention. Like that was the thing about Dragon Age Origins is you could be a bit of a shit, but you know, so long as you got the job done, you know, you can make bad decisions, but for good reasons. So long as you got results. To save the world, you know, sometimes you have to make choices that aren't exactly, you know, black or white. That were potentially morally gray. Some maybe even darker than others. That's something Bioware seems to fucking forget. Like, you know, we need the player to be, you know, the hero and do good things. No, you need to have some morally questionable, dark decisions. Because that helps build a character a bit better than, you know. Oh, goody. But yeah. Wait. But, oh, I didn't go back and grab the sharp. I'm dumb. I thought I did. Oh, well. No, if it's short up here, isn't it? Fuck. Over there. Hey, shard. Okay, now we go all the way back down. Wee. Why did I stop moving? Oh, I guess we have stamina. But yeah, my opinion, you definitely need morally gray choices to make a character actually have a proper growth. Because if you just have a character that, you know, oh, they do the heroic things all the time, it's just... It's just boring. The problem though is it depends how you introduce that system. Like Hero Wars 1 tried doing reflecting on your morality of choices in like Winds of Change. The problem though is it was way too late into it, and the way they did it was dumb. Because, you know, it's one of those situations where it's like we're reflecting on our choices and the fact that they could potentially be the wrong choices. But the problem though is this is after a character's already, you know, done everything out. So it's like, yeah, you can't just apply that logic though. And on the wings of adamant, the brave griffins who gave the license serves to keep the polite at bay. You know, one of those griffins that gave their license service to keep the polite at bay, but yet actually the wardens basically sacrificed all the griffins themselves. Yeah, about that. Anyway, hi researcher stuff.
Visitors? Thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. Have you come to observe the wildlife too?
I think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the
Several
desert had
dead
these on
men
him.
had them.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frédéric of Serrault, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
Now that I have my recipes back, I'll be able to concoct a bait the High Dragon cannot resist.
I just go
I have
murder
most of what I need. But I still need to gather quillback intestines and a phoenix's tail feather.
Alright, have
One
that.
tail feather and one batch of intestines, as requested.
My friend, you are invaluable. I will certainly note your assistance in my monograph on the High Dragon. I will attempt to lure her out as soon as my background research is complete. Mistakes could be deadly. The ancient Devinters wrote volumes on the study of dragons. I believe they had a laboratory in this desert. If only their work had not been lost. Truly,
I'm not
the
sure I
Blights set
don't
the
think I
field of
have
draconology back centuries. Deplorable.
You study dragons. I'd be interested in hearing more about that.
Oh, they are fascinating and little understood creatures, thought extinct for centuries. Now they seem to be making a comeback. The Nevarrans wrote extensively on breeding and nesting behavior, but high dragon hunting patterns have never been studied. I would be most interested if you come across any Gurn corpses that might be victims of dragon attacks.
Add it to the list.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Fine. Okay, so. Oh, hey. Remember how I said we need to probably go, though? Oh, jeez. Look at all those potential things to go find. I'm just like, fuck. And he has a potential new quest. Do you?
Of course, Duran's theory of high dragon behavior is absurd, but
The rest of your...
I've also seen Grey Wardens, and
Well,
Like, I think he has a quest,
So,
but
everyone else who enters this desert dies, but they leave Frederick alone. Odd.
odd indeed. I should probably go get the camp. So, yeah. I don't know why this one has to be this complicated. Because it's like every other high dragon, just, oh, we'll just go find it and murder it. This one, no, we have to go get a lure. We have to go find a book about luring. We need to go do this and that. It's like every other one, we just walked into its area, murdered it, and moved on. This one's just overly complicated for no fucking reason. Other than for some reason Bioware wanted to make this high dragon tedious to get to.
Nothing to report, sir.
And I'm not happy about that. So yeah, even if we knew what the dragon's area was, doesn't matter. We have to go do the stupid quest first. But first I'm going to finish this area. So basically I need to go down this way. Oh, ooh, Viveling thing. More red lyrium. More memories of the Prey. Fun times. Boop. I actually think this is where we fight the dragon. This looks like a big old dragon fighting area. Doesn't it? But no, you need to lure the dragon. You can't just go fight the dragon. Every other area I could, so... yeah. By the way, doesn't that look sus? I mean, look at that. That looks sus if I've never seen sus before. But the problem though is there's no prompt or anything for us to move that big stone block out of the way. But this also looks sus. Sus enough that we need a Dorian. Hey look, magical barrier bolts. What's the chance we got in this hole hill? Ah. More side piece. The creation of a phylactery. We support cannot confirm that Farmart has not had any luck attracting spirits, so it may not be possible for spirits in the fate to see someone who has long been tranquil. He wishes to continue this experiment. We were staying in observatories ready to leave. So there's more of that whole reversing tranquility thing. Potentially. Maybe if Andrew's looked into that more instead of, you know, trying to cite an entire major rebellion and then blowing up this chantry. Maybe we would have been able to progress stuff instead of, you know, oh, well, now there's just dudes out here. Fine. So I find the adventure riding on Dragonlord. Whoa. Before we can go fight the dragon. Whoa. Cause that's dumb. I don't know why we need to do that. Can I just go fight the dragon? No. Oh, so look, hey, there's another one of those potential stones, but no, that one doesn't count like those other ones did. Hey, look, he found the dusty fort. Oh no, there's a rift. Oh no, not the rift. Don't eat fire in your ice cream, man. Yay, rips. It's definitely like two things, actually. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it would be uphill. Oh hey, we found
I
a
think
great
Blackwall
war
would have liked to
sword.
have been here for this.
I would like to have been there for that. Yeah, well, you weren't here, Blackwall. You weren't here. Oh, what's uphill? Hey, look, a pile of bones. Then his wardens around smashed when dead. Yay. And more, I think, yeah, I'm probably missing a lot more landmarks still. Oh, time to go look out for more shards, everyone. Yay, more shards. Whoa. Part about doing that is it bothers my fucking wrist going back and forth like this. Okay, now we need to go back to where we just were. Yay. Oh hey look, dudes, so we've already fucking respawned to. Well, actually spawned to. Not respawn to. Because this was where a rift was. No, it was just trespassing. Yay. I don't want to deal with you guys. I don't want to deal with you guys. Just trying to get things done, and it's like, hey, we're just gonna have more things to interrupt you from getting things done. Okay, if I reach that point where I'm just, you know, getting irritated by random spawns again. Fuck off. Do you mind? Yep, I think we're gonna get to that point. Cause, you know, I just want to go from point A to B. The problem though is then point A wants me to go back to point A and then back to point A, and it's like, I don't want to. And there's more and more still in the way. Yep, well, we're supposed to be spinning. But apparently the game said no spinning. Okay, well now we go up this way. Now we go grab the shard over here. Well... yeah, we got all the shard. Why is it stop being worried about that? Oh, we got hell. Alright, Piffling's Park. Slight approval. Yay.
We can rule out Venatori for this. Not enough blood splattered everywhere.
Oh, what we got here? The ground here trembles slightly underfoot. Okay, but like landmarks? Yes, no, numbers. Normally we have numbers, so like, hey, this... oh, well, I can't get to that side from a hill. Normally we have an amount of numbers for landmarks. So what you're saying is I have to go this way. Herp, herp. There's gotta be something useful in this chest. Oh, not terrible. They're concerned about those 2 rail plants we don't have, cause like I haven't seen any of whatever they were supposed to be. So close we never reached them and made down to what looked like a door in the tide where the song was actually audible. We were thumbing through the air, not just in our heads. It rode through the lyrium pillars and shook the earth beneath our feet. To its dreadful temple, we lost 30 men in the last cave, and the war commander is abandoning the mission. Target for one last push, but the rockets doing to save it down there. We have to find another archdemon somewhere more solid. Well, that's concerning. I'm not exactly a fan of going down an archdemon potential hole. Also, red lyrium just because. And you know, just because. Why wouldn't there just be red thorium here for no reason? Anyway, also we can claim this as a quarry for us. You know, this potential archdemon hole. Why wouldn't we want to go downhill? Oh, by the way, we can't actually go downhill. Hey, look, Dorian went down. Yeah, it's like, wait a second. So we have a quarry hill, then we just have a big ass pit, but that we can't even do anything with. That is a potential darkspawn spawning hill from the big ass pit, but no, no. Apparently we were not going to be concerned about.
Kill that warrior!
You know, big ass darkspawn pit. No, no. Big ass darkspawn pit that may lead to an archdemon. Nah, we're not going to be concerned about it. Anyway, back to the cube. We'll look for these Gurn corpses on the way. I think I've seen several. So, buddy, what's up? Game won't let me talk to you for some weird reason.
Inquisitor.
Report. What's the situation in the Warden's fortress?
Bandits moved in. Worse than Quillbacks, if you ask me. They're holed up in there and using it as a base to strike at our supply caravans.
Oh, so they went to
Plus it's scavengers.
back to that one place back there that we already cleared. Probably.
Carry on, Captain.
Yes, Inquisitor.
So hey, we need you to go back, right back down there, to go there with them. I'll put it under consideration. I know while I'm here. I forgot about this. Why do I not remember having these Tail 4 ones? When I was making, you know, all these Battle Mage cows. All these Battle Mage cows. Because, you know, utility. Well, to be fair, none of these are great. Like, okay, a cow with a pill. The problem with it is, okay, you can have your decent armor ring, right? The problem is, the fuck would you put on him? Spirit resistance? Fire resistance? I mean, even maybe magic defense, but what the fuck is it even? My Tail 4. Okay, like where's my other Tail 4? There it is. Yeah, it's like, what would you put on your magic defense? I mean, and then the problem with the meta one is, what would you put? Constitution? Or you could have strength for Constitution. But more than likely it would be, yeah, Constitution, which isn't the worst. But I'd prefer having the willpower, because willpower increases damage. Oops, that's not my bad. Okay. So then we get down here to armor, right? I think we're already using those ones. I hope we're using those ones. Refined. I don't remember refined, by the way. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, like we're clearly using that armor. Cherry 14 metal. Yeah, like that Griffin plate. 13 metal. Yeah. Antenna could be better at defense, but we lose out on stats. Okay, so now then, I'm gonna go out here and poke corpses, yay.
By the time I'm done with you, recruit.
The Inquisitor's coming this way.
Stop. Okay, let's go find shit, shall we?
How many of these you think we need to lure out 2 high dragons?
2 high dragon. Oh. I get what you're saying. Probably more than we have. Remember, we could use or Nuggalo. The problem though is it's not fast enough. It's like riding a... No, I'm pretty sure riding a horse in ESO, even without the speed upgrades, would still be faster than it. Oop. Yay. Yay. Whee. Oh no, more dudes. Whoa, we did it. Now to go all the way over there. It's honestly be easier if I could just fast travel over there. But since I can't. Yeah. I'm not even sure if I can go this way. Okay, maybe. We can. We can. Lovely. I just have to work my way over to that one area. Yay. Whee. Oh, boo. There, we completely skipped this area. Yeah, there's even fucking trees here and shit. Ooh. Oh, so high. I'm sorry.
The warrior!
Ooh.
All hail the Elder One.
Oh no, they got a barrier in place. Oh no, barrier.
So the Venatori want to keep us out. Shall we disappoint them?
Whee! Oh, you're wretched out, man. Should not be swayed. So they were sent that silver sent aid. Not just fair, the work here thus becomes all the more brighter. Scare the sight at all costs. Then we're not tolerate no mistake on our part. Also, by the way, whoop, wrong button. Collections, landmarks. This hill is. No. The fuck is it? Weird. Yeah, it's like, wait a second, where's my landmarks for this area? Huh. Huh. That's weird. Meh. Yeah, but like, where is the landmark to this area? Why isn't it here on the list? Weird. How do I know if I have all the landmarks then? Oh, let's go investigate the steel ruins for Dragon Park. And where else they're up to. As I mentioned, entirely too complicated just to go hunt a dragon. Especially compared to, you know, every other place we fought a dragon. Watch be like, okay, well, Well, I can't understand this book. You need to go back to Skyhold to do an operation to translate the book, so that way I can understand the book, and thus we can hunt the dragon. That'd be like even another extra step. I'm joking, by the way, but oh god, if that actually happens. Because to be fair, the ones in Empress learned, all we had to do was build a bridge. Which, you know, still a bit complicated, but... Anyway, what you got? Huh. Hi. But, oh, are we not going to talk about this? Ever since Obscure, they point to a single powers here at the height of the Old Empire to finish the Poma in the region predates the First Blight. Detailed accounts of the location not exist, but there were some promising leads. So, we're not going to discuss what's going on here? Why these things are frozen? I feel like we should be discussing this.
You're shitting me. You're sure these demons aren't moving?
Well, it looks like something froze.
Everything was frozen. I don't think this was the Venatori.
It's as if time's been slowed. The power to accomplish this
would attract the Venatori's attention. Nothing's happening. The magic here is interfering with the anchor.
We should poke it some more. Because, you know, I feel like we need to close that rift. Oh, well, let's go deeper in, you know. Best decision making. Oop. A locked door. That could be anything behind there. There could even be a boat. Well, we have bullshit. Look, just a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, nice. Let me corrupt you, my apprentice. Blood magic, responsible blood magic. How about no? Blood magic's bad, yo. I know. Oh, hey, no more side piece. You sure are beautiful. Wait, that's freed or slaves. That's not Archdemon at all. What? Have I even got all the Archdemon? I don't think I have. Yeah, I'm missing like 3 pieces. Fuck. And I haven't seen them out here, so... internet? I need to verify something. Yeah. Come on. So open 2 tabs. Okay. Inquisition. Archdemon. Mosaic locations. Yes. Because if they're all here on the western approach, then I'm missing shit. I'm missing shit, apparently. Yeah, apparently they are all in the western approach. Apparently there's one in that one cave. Actually, there's 2 in that one cave. And that just means I'm missing one for them. I don't know where I'm missing one. Oh, landmarks in the approach. Okay. Alright, so I know where 2 of them are. Landmarks in the approach. I just check that in the approach. Nope, still not on the list. Approach to anything? No. Huh. Weird. See, charge in the approach is a thing. Don't know why landmarks on them. Anyway, continuing on. I think I need to go down there.
Describe a chamber. This must be it.
So we could go that way. Do I want to go that way? I think I want to go down. How do I go down? Yeah. Like someone tossed me. Do. Hey, you. Poke the door. Yeah, I'm gonna be missing one mosaic piece somewhere. And that's gonna be irritating. Oh, Adventure Banner. Ooh, an inhabitant of fucking power. That'll get me to where I want to be, though. But hey, inhabitant of fucking power is always great. Question is, who the fuck do I give it to? Dorian? What the heck do I want to do with you now? I don't really know. I mean, that's the problem, is I got all the things I needed. Let's find out what to do with Dorian. I mean, I guess I could work down for spirit stuff. Yeah, grab one of these. Seems I need enough parameter power. Okay, so we need to go this way and around. Okay. Is that just a shard? No, that's a keystone. Apparently that looks like a shard. Okay, sure, add it to the list of things. Let us start them from the channel itself. The slave trader and sit strong enough for the task. It's down to work out, I expect to know less. Balance one of 3 things to determine you or not succeed. Who accomplished anything through such frittering and hesitance? Oh, hey, look, another one.
You're really good with that bow, Sarah. You lay down solid cover fire.
Whee.
2 eyes. Helps, yeah?
He was carrying this stone for a reason.
The markings on it. I've heard of keystones that bear the same.
You know,
Keep
even though
searching.
it looks
There
like
may
it's
be
the
more.
same as all these shards we have, you know. Best not to think about that one. I would assume let's open that door. Maybe it's in here. Hey, well, you know it's in here. Hey, look, the book. Once you change from the page so far, we're not discount the obvious danger. Such risk can be circumvented through use of a proper channel. By the way, what do we need Veilguard fire for? Let's find out, shall we? What do we need Veilguard for? Hey, look, shit. Hey, look, more shit. Okay. So we got our Veilguard, right? Fuck if I know where I'm taking this. I don't remember seeing any glowy bits. Maybe it's past the door. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. But it's weird that it would be all the way back there. Oh well, boop.
A staff? Is this what they were after?
Don't go poking. The whole place feels wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna go poking. You know me, I'm totally gonna go poking. Oh, this Master Spirit Rune. Here's a notable resource that unit supports on pipe offers suppression that will offers anomalies and expected deviations. He posits that there will be acceleration in the channel creation and no doubt tries the theory of how guaranteed secure channel can be maintained. I broke the inherent risk that cast or tear in the veil that will result from such foolishness, but he is those convinced. Transferring snaring permission to conduct countermeasures in the event of failure. And Krypton course fashion will be to readjust the resulting power to sue in the event itself. The odds of survival are less than ideal, but the surrounding lands will be reserved. Well, let's poke this staff. Hey, look. It's, not the best stick. I mean, it has a Spirit Rune and some other shit going for it, but...
Careful!
Oh hey, now everything's unfrozen.
I think time's flowing again.
We should probably go fight demons.
Oh.
And don't go poking and we win poking. We... Oh, well, there's so many demons on the way back to fight.
before this gets worse.
It's already worse. Just kill them.
I'm just here to close this. Oh hey, I missed that. My bad. We should probably activate this thing. You know, their stability and all that. Dorian? Do you want fucking help? Thanks. Get waffle. He's still sort of just standing there doing nothing. So concerned. Did like something break with his AI? Well, he's still the same. Don't know why, he's just sort of standing there. Yeah, we did it.
It's done.
Next time, the damn demons can stay frozen.
I promise we have to leave this place before I can actually sort them out, so. Okay, so we need to figure out these mosaic pieces. Upon those, 2 of them are after we take out the dragon. The problem is there's still another one that, yeah, I need to figure out where it's at. I'm not entirely sure. Like one said, you know, with a potential hidden stairway. Landmark. And I was like, the fuck is that? In fact, what the fuck is the hidden stairway? Landmark. Got that one. Hidden stairway, hidden stairway. Ah, that. Ah, yeah, that one. I think I got that one then. Alright, let's go deal with the fortress squatters. Then we can go deal with the dragon. Maybe there's a major side piece at the fortress that we missed. Maybe. Hey, we're going well. Fast as possible. Whoa. Okay, stop. Oh, hi there.
One down!
There for 3 dudes. Oh no, there was like 3 guys. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Anyway. I don't think I'm seeing any more side pieces here. Now let's go up again. Okay, we'll go back up. Whee. Still not seeing any more side pieces. Yeah, I don't know. Just too much land to cover. Oh well, let's go deal with the fucking dragon. I don't need to go back. No, I don't. Okay. Dragon. You know what I should be doing? I should be uploading. Forgot about that. Okay, more side pieces. I could go check that again. Oasis Cave, okay, and Lost Water near the shortcut landmark. I've been there. Thanks. Don't really know. I don't really know. Sad. Anyway, hi, I got your shit.
After more than 30 days, I have yet to observe the abyssal high dragon in... Oh. Yes? Can I assist you?
Found dragon signs.
I've spotted several dragon signs around the approach.
Most excellent. Andraste's mercy. Naturally, the dragon's hunting ground. They've covered the area in traps for Maker-only-knows reasons.
Yeah, okay.
I found this manuscript on dragons in an ancient Tevinter laboratory. Will it help you?
What remarkable diagrams. Are these chambers of the draconic heart? Oh, if only I could read the script. Do you perhaps know a linguist? Or a Tevinter historian?
Don't look at me. Nobody's spoken that form of Tevin in 700 years.
I don't, but the Inquisition might. I'll speak to our specialists.
Oh my. I was joking.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Oh my. And now I have to go destroy traps down there too. Either there was some repressed memory, or I forecalled that, brought into being. 'Cause yeah, holy fuck. That's not tedious at fucking all, you know. Well, now you have to go back to the Skyhold to research this thing. Well, not to research this thing. To go to the table and do this before you can even fight the fucking dragon still. Not fucking tedious at all, game. Yeah, I joked about because, you know, there's like the one in Empress the Line where you have to, you know, build a bridge to get to it. But that's you know, not the worst. This one, oh, nope, you need this. Now you need to go do this. Now you need to go do this. And then you need to go do that. Yeah, the two pieces we need are down there one though. But I'm not sure about the third one. Speaking of third one, where the fuck's the last trap?
That made someone angry. Better be ready.
I don't wanna. I'm going out here to look at this blighted land. Okay, I'm gonna go back and fight these White Claws. I'd rather drink a White Claw than fight them. Oh no, those guys up here. Hi guys up here.
Kill that warrior!
Go do this. Oh, those were not even our targets. Hey. So, who's that on my target? Who are that? Oh, those ones over there. It's like, who am I supposed to be taking out? Look at all this destructive environment for when the dragon shows up. Okay, so I want to go check on the hidden stairway. Even though I'm pretty sure I would have gotten it there. Oh well, do. That would have been like downhill. Friends, we would have claimed it already. Fuck. I don't know where this last motorcycle piece is, and it's going to irritate the shit out of me, isn't it? Cause yeah. Okay, you're back to the list, okay. Passcode. The fuck is that? Inside there between the caravan and the gate top. Oh, that's gonna fucking suck. Okay, so in Echopack Fort, which would be, I think I've gotten that one, probably. I went there. Got that one. Inside the Oasis Cave located in the Lost Wash Creek. The entrance is near the shore. Well, I think I've been now. It's found near the Lost Idol landmark, so I think I've been there, but sure, I'll go fucking back. Why not? Add to my fucking tedium counter. Remind me, how do I get up this? But I can see a ladder up there. But how exactly would I get up there? I don't think there's anything up there, but it's like you can see the ladder. It's like, okay, but how do I get up to that? Oh, so there was a potential one in here, which I'm pretty sure I grabbed. But you know, I'll just check a fucking again. Cause you know. It's just like Lazarite left. I don't see any more eye pieces lying about. I need to be wrapping the barrier up and shit too. No. There's a stupid fucking mosaic piece somewhere I missed. Seriously, guys? Fucking seriously? No way. Just in my damn way. Okay, remember which landmark this one was? Yes, I remember. It's the one I have to go under, into the cave and all that shit. Which means I probably should have got it when I went there, but you know. I'm gonna go verify. Whee! Yay, fall damage. Super. So did I leave a mosaic piece in here? I don't think I left a mosaic piece in here. I left a screwdriver in here though. I left a chest. But no, I don't see a mosaic piece here. I see a bunch of deep mushrooms. Okay, let's go to the list. I need to cross that one off. Cross that one off. Cross that one off. I got the one near the old well, I think, yeah. Been in there. From the Age Inquisition camp, enter the area, head southeast following the canyon, wait until two tents can be seen in the distance. Okay, let's try that one then. Echo back candy camp. Head southwest. Okay, let's try this way. Southwest. Southwest. I think I would have found this one. Probably, but we'll see. We're heading southwest from there. Remember, southwest. That would probably be one of these tents here. Well, it's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. So which one is it? And the most if you can find the second tent, the further of the two. Well, I don't see it in those tents, so I must have already got. This is over there, but that seems more like just mandatory random spawnings. Okay, so where was the upper location potentially at? Between the gates of Antro and the gates of Toff. Back of the fort. Okay, so that means we need to go back here again and check that out. Wait. Okay, we'll go back here again and check once more. This piss me off. No, up. Over the camp over there. Oh, I don't think it was on the list. Near the tented area now. Hey, look, tented area. Do we leave from outside face here? Don't see one. My sanity is depleting. Okay, cross that one off. Fuck. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, we can go back there, even though I'm pretty sure we checked that one already. Go back there, just to verify. And then what? There's the one at the Sandrock mine, which I'm pretty sure we checked too. Then there was one potentially at the end of the Chantry, which I'm pretty sure we checked too. But okay, so we're at 7 potential checked ones. I verified now. Okay, let's go back up here. Wait. Maybe I will have to go check that well again though. I'm pretty sure I picked that one up. To say this is dumb, it's making me angry. Into the spooky cave. Hi, creepy statue. Did I leave a mosaic pre-sale? I don't see a mosaic pre-sale. Okay, well, not there. It can't be outside though. Okay. Shower here and go back to the well. So 8.
Report, Captain. What's the situation in the western approach?
The last vestiges of the Venatori are on the run, Inquisitor. We've had a few skirmishes with the stragglers.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Serious.
The fuck, where is the well entrance hill?
Did you hear what happened to Marcus?
Fell into the hot spring. I saw him in the infirmary. It wasn't good.
I saw what was left of his armor.
Oh wait, where's the fucking way in? There. Okay. Let's go back. Huh. Ah, here we go. Here's the path. Let's go check here again. Wee. You see a mosaic piece down here? I don't see a mosaic piece. Oh, she's surfing still. That puts us at 8 to 9. You can check that cave after we fight the fucking dragon. But before we do that, let me check everything out. Okay. Like, there's only 3 locations that I need to verify again. I'm gonna go fucking verify this. I'm gonna be pissed if I just left it outside. I'm very tired of keep fucking hot. do you about? Oh, well, that's a thing. So what is in this case? Got mine. 4 spooters. Yeah, just 4 spooters. Yeah, no, it's already destroyed some red letters, yeah. Not really seeing, you know, most side piece in there, so I don't think it's that. Nor is it even on the list, so. Oh well, let's go back this way again. So I can check this one off. Let's say I'm gonna be pissed with this one. What? Not happy. Not happy. Wow. At least we found the damn thing. Cause yeah, the thing is, when I was reading the thing, it's like outside. Yeah, outside the area. I thought maybe I picked it up when I was like over here or so. Or yeah. And I thought maybe, if anything, it was like maybe on this side. If I... Because I don't remember checking properly though. But no, it's just out here. Yeah, I completely spaced on that one apparently. Yay. My mind hurts after that. Okay, this is gonna be a 3-hour video.
It seems very unlikely that she could be nesting.
Alright, I have to fucking go back to
fellow researcher, how can I help you?
Raiders are dead,
The
by
raiders
the
are
way.
no longer in the way.
I've made note of the appropriate spot.
Okay, fuck off. I'm going back to Skyhold. Oh yeah, and then we also need to go do the upper quest too, you know, for the Adamant Fortress, but I think I'll do that next time. Because that's going to be basically a separate instance thing, so I don't feel like going to a separate instance thing. Not yet. No, it's just going to take a while because, you know, first time back on this video since loading, yay. Yay. this guy hold load times? Yeah, I didn't intend for this to take, you know, almost 3 hours. Especially since we wasted, you know, what, 15, 30 minutes for that one fucking thing. And it's just, oh yeah, it's right there. Just outside. Durr. You don't know if I need to talk to any more people yet. Oh. Is that Blackwall because his is dumb? The Blackwall's is dumb. Because he didn't bring Blackwall with you, so now you have to go take the things to him.
Your worship.
Hi, Blackwall.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens.
Well, I thought
Would
you
have
had
liked
seen it.
to have seen it.
Yeah, okay, well, fuck you.
Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, and I have to go judge someone. Yay.
Your worship.
Yay.
Before you is Service of the Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the Western
I murdered
approach.
a lot of them.
He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters and using magic for conquest.
What's up?
He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the approach, without his master's consent.
So, what to do about you? What to do about you? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You stole from Corypheus. I don't know whether that's stupidly brave or bravely stupid.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, your worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with
Apparently
us?
he is.
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
I like this guy. Okay, so here's the thing. We no longer have to worry about Sarah's approval. Because, yeah, we would do that if that was the case. As far as I no longer really have to worry about Sarah's approval. So there's going to be slight disapproval. But
Someone who can smuggle magical artifacts to Tevinter and back shouldn't be wasted on court diplomacy. Bring those artifacts back to the Inquisition, procure something really useful, and we might loosen the shackles.
Your worship knows value when she sees it. I won't disappoint.
I mean, well, why not? Why not? Smuggle me shit. That's our long locking operation. No. Oh well. So it states Age Inquisition, he does not appear on the Inquisition perk list. But there you go.
I tracked that Venatori mage back
hi.
to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how.
Hawk.
I tracked the Wardens to Adamant Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
That's all we can talk about?
Your specialists are waiting inside. I believe they're discussing how to take Adamant. Your specialists are waiting inside.
Wow.
I believe they're
How to make the main character from Dragon Age 2 pretty irrelevant. Anyway, we're not gonna go deal with that yet. Tempting, though. Tempting. But now we need to... Well, how we need to do this? Yeah, bring me more shit.
Inquisitor.
Hey, look, a stick. Anyway, better one that ever... Considering your last appearance, I do owe you a tech credit for handling the Cumberland incident. I think I found something that makes every mystery. According to some efforts series of overruns that circles college antiques, and Percy may be able to translate your ancient text, but I should warn you, they're likely to be costly favors. So this may be your most promising avenue. Yay. Hey, enclosure, you found the complete translation of your fascinating manuscript before scholars estimate to predate the First Blight. The Dalek Koshkar and historical age, just as the college entries would be most in improved cooperation in the Inquisition, should you uncover more defeating documents from the pre-Blight era. Yay. Do I want to go back there? Yes. Oh, let's go back so we can go fight the dragon. Hopefully. Finally. As I said, entirely too complicated. Compared to all the other dragons in the game. Yay, 3 hours.
After more than 30 days, I have yet to observe the abyss.
Okay. You know what sucks though? I'm gonna have to BRP before we do this fight. So yeah, BRP. Okay, and we're back.
Yes? Can I assist you?
Yes, your manuscript's
My people have translated that Tevinter manuscript.
Studies on dragon hunting patterns? Migrations? Ha! Durant's theory that dragons can't see the color blue is refuted. With those dreadful raiders out of the way, we can finally lure out the abyssal high dragon.
Yeah.
You should have the honor, my friend. I've made note of the appropriate spots in the wastes for you to place lures. Place this bait, and then
I have to place them.
Wait.
Please just let me go fight the
momentous
dragon.
achievement in draconology.
I'm off to plant the bait for the High Dragon.
I cannot wait to hear your observations. You must make note of how she circles the hunting area.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Hey, look, we have to go fight bait. how we disarm those traps? Now we're probably going to reuse those traps and rearm them with Dragon Bait. Yay, Dragon Bait. Exactly. We're just reusing those traps to place Dragon Bait.
Boss, I want you to know, you're the best.
Thanks. Hey, look. That's a dragon. Come on, dragon. Let's do this. All this build-up is for you. Uh-huh. That's great and all, but, you know. We're over here, you know, dragon. Hi, dragon. That's a super thing you do. Oh, you know, everywhere. Actually, you know what, fuck it. Boots. We don't really use rally, we might as well. Nice arm. Fire. Oh hey, we can learn more about dragons now. 9 out of 10. Let me think. No, there's still 2 dragons left, actually. Oh, maybe the Harkin one actually did count as a dragon. Because there is 2 dragons left, though. One in the Emerald Grace and one in the other place. Nameless Blade. Hey, look, another hamlet of fucking power. Yay. Do 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 do. Hey, Dorian. Dorian. I have no hamlet of fucking power. Where's my hamlet of mage bullshit? No, seriously, where's my hamlet of mage bullshit? There we go. Yay. That means Dorian gets to go here and put points to that. When you or your hours have an outer bear with a beneficial energy and invigorates them and helps them recover mana or stamina. Useful. Yeah, maybe get that one next too. Because let's face it, we probably still have hammers of power in play to collect. And fuck if I know who else to get things to. I mean, we could get these other berries, but where the fuck am I gonna place them? Like, ice is fine. I get the same for ice mine, but I don't use ice mine. I mean, we could get, you know, Spirit Mark, but I don't really use Spirit Mark. Could get Thing for Dispel, but I don't really use the spell. We could get Revival, but eh. So anyway, by the way, so you took out the dragon. This magically just opens, you know? I don't have to do an operation to remove the stone or anything. It just magically opens. Like, okay, sure, that makes perfect sense. So we go downhill, and hey, look, Dwarven statue. Oh, some mosaic piece. And another mosaic piece right next to it. Yay! That's complete. Also, hey, look, useless shit. Warden names. Paragons on Warden, brothers and sisters. We honor your sacrifice. Oh yeah, this looks like a Dwarven. Just a Dwarven tag. You know, just cause. Oh no, sort of on the surface. I mean, I don't need to go down there. Oh yeah, I do need to go back up and tell him that, hey, I murdered a dragon. Then after this, we need to go back to Skyhold again. Yay. Let me just verify my quest still. Still... yes, it's Ultra Plains. That's the one I was thinking of. Dorian, I don't know where your inventory that you need to kill is. It's Ultra Plains. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know where it is, and it's Ultra Plains too. Okay, haven't gone there yet. Emerson stuff. But anyways, hey, remember those shards? Come back to that one last. Okay. Just verify myself. Oh yeah, that one has those stupid notes that I don't give a shit about. Skyhold, I should probably do that when I go back to Skyhold too. And then Western Approach. So, yeah, we're done with shit. Just need to go tell him that we're done with shit.
Inquisitor.
We're great. Hey, fucker. Down with your damn dragon.
After more than 30 days, I have yet to observe the Abyssal High Dragon in...
Dead, by the way.
Oh. Yes? Can I assist you?
The High Dragon attacked me when I planted the bait. I'm afraid it's dead.
She attacked? How wonderful! You had a first-hand view of her behavior. Did you take any notes on her aggressive posturing? I suppose you wouldn't have.
I
no
smacked
matter.
her a lot
I should
with a
very
hammer.
much like to interview you. At a later time, of course. I could join your Inquisition. My expertise could be of use, and your scouts could help me find other specimens.
Fine.
Certainly. I'm sure the Inquisition could use a draconologist.
Excellent. I'm sure my research will be of great use to you.
Well, though. I doubt it will. But hey, we did it. And the problem though is you still have a fucking quest icon. That's
Can I help you?
Are there any other notable dragons you've heard about?
There's supposed to be a smaller cousin of the Abyssal High Dragon roosting somewhere near here. A sandy howler, I believe. I heard rumors of a Vindsummer being spotted taking prey off the Storm Coast. Lovely dragons. Remarkably aggressive. Jeanette sighted a Gomordan Storm Rider hunting in the Dales before. Well, it was her discovery. And I believe a Ferelden Frostback has claimed a measure of the hinterlands as her territory. There may be others, but no word of them has reached me.
Well, there you go. Don't know why you should have a quest marker, and that's gonna irritate the fuck out of me, so I'm just gonna leave. Back to Skyhold. Again. Okay, so over 3 hours, which means, yeah, I don't really have time to do much here. But we go back to Skyhold, and yeah. I think I want to go build those 2 things in Skyhold. Then I'll probably call it a video. Maybe I'll go sell things and then call it a video. I'm not sure yet. We'll go deal with the war table though, and the next story stuff, I guess. And next time, I might do both actually. It depends on how long it takes. Might do both Till Lives the Abyss and maybe Wicked Hearts. It just depends how long it takes to get through the first. And then yeah, that would mean still we'd have Emerald Graves and the Social Plains and all that too. Game, you've already loaded Skyhold. Why are you taking this long to reload Skyhold? There we go. Yay. Anything?
Hello again.
So, courtyard upgrade. Woo. Yay. Main watchtower. Yay. Oh. I don't think that matters now. Yay.
You'll be quick, will you? I'm a runner. They may be running.
Whoa. Alright, I have to actually go over here and do this, don't I? Gosh, man, how crazy the characters think Christians promise to be both welcome and protected for all. Yeah, better as a fucking infirmary. Why not? Okay, now the problem though is, where is that tower at? I need to upgrade. Like, which one is that? Fuck if I know which one that is. Pretty sure I'm gonna go find the tower and poke it too. Is it this tower? No, apparently not. Icon, anything I should know?
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
I'm a Templar. I don't serve Corypheus, neither do you.
A former Templar, and one who never joined the Order. I suppose that's something. The Inquisition must serve as an example. We must stand where others fall.
Well, there you go. By the way, tower.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
No, you guys sort of super quest things. It's not the right tower. We still have not repaired this wall. Okay, continuing the search. I was like, we're wasting time right now. And I don't like that. Alright, way over on time. It's like, all I'm trying to do is find this thing. So I can upgrade it. Like the game asked me to. But how if I know where it is? Oh hey, we finally made it. Okay, so you can have a mage tower. Well, we're Templars, so. I mean, I'm totally Templars. So, would you be able to even get the upper thing? Hi, Templars. Like, yeah, would I even be able to get the upper banner thing? I would assume so, but it could also be like, you know, the problem with Veilguard will. Okay, here's all these collectibles and stuff. By the way, you can't have all these collectibles in one run. But you can't also have any, it's like, it's just sort of random on which ones you'll get per run. But yeah, Veilguard will, because we show you the entire list and be like, but I can't have all those. That's dumb. Yay, plants. We. And then I should know about. There.
That's the lot. What can I do for you,
Bit of kit
Inquisitor?
for a fortress, but no one else has them. That's for sure.
Hey, thing. Okay. So weapons, keep those. I have way too much of these. these. And way too much of those. Way too much of these. Alright, that. Yeah, I could have did that, but I didn't even realize that was a thing. So, yeah. Deposit, 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 deposit. Yeah. Okay, so next time we go... Bang. That's for next time. Save. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day.